My argument here is how many players has Sean Payton done that with? I'm going to make you an all-pro. I'm going to make you a borderline
Drew
Hall
Brees.
of Famer.
Drew Brees.
Right. It is only Drew Brees that had established himself as an NFL star.
Jimmy Graham's not a Hall of Famer.
But Jimmy Graham was Sean Payton's. Jimmy Graham wasn't in the league for a decade and then went to Sean Payton.
Yeah.
Like, all of the players that became
Drew Brees wasn't
great,
a decade, but he was drafted and played under Marty Schottenheimer and Norv Turner
so that's what I'm
at the
saying,
Chargers and had success.
Largely the only dude that was elevated by him that had already had his foot in the NFL and was a budding star or at least good starting quarterback was Drew Brees. Like Marcus Colston was a Sean Payton guy. Mark Ingram was a Saints Sean Payton guy. I guess you could say like Reggie Bush, Alvin Kamara, a Sean Payton Saints guy. Like most of these guys that Sean Payton has elevated in his career, and I'm not saying this is a knock, have been drafted and developed by his team.
Okay, this is crazy to say. Evan Engram, a really good pass-catching tight end. We watched him in training camp. Looks like he's a big receiver. Maybe even not that big as a receiver. If he has 3 consecutive years of 100-plus catches for Sean Payton and the Broncos, is he potentially a Hall of Fame tight end? Because he has had a career that's been littered with unbelievable levels of production at the position.
Your reception leaders for tight end, your average Hall of Fame tight end is a 625 reception, 8,000 receiving yard, and 60 touchdown tight end. Now, those numbers are certainly going to start to go up, right? As we have the Kittles of the world who still have many years left in him, and that dude's creeping up on 8,000 yards. He's already got 45 touchdowns. He's got 538 receptions. Like those numbers for guys like Kittle and Andrews and name your other elite tight end, Travis Kelce's, like those numbers go up. Ingram would have to be unbelievable to get there. Evan Engram, 496. Dude, he's actually way closer. He's so much closer.
It's kind of wild.
Think.
It's kind of wild.
The yardages and the touchdowns are where he needs to
jump.
Take massive leaps.
But think about it, 3 seasons of 100+. And that's a very lofty number to throw out there. But the way that Sean Payton has historically used the position, the quick passing game, the run after catch opportunities, the synergy that I believe that Sean Payton believes exists between Bo Nix and Evan Engram, I don't think it's that crazy to think about. And I know it's kind of a strange topic to get on, but
you know who's a great foil to my conversation about like Sean Payton typically elevates guys that he has drafted or have been in his system for a while? It's funny because it comes at the tight end position. Jeremy Shockey.
That's right. Yes.
Jeremy Shockey was a entrenched, very good giant tight end.
Yes.
And he
won a Super Bowl with the Giants, did he not?
I believe he won a Super Bowl with the Giants. Did he win 2? Or did he win 1 with the Giants and 1 with the Saints? He's a 2-time Super Bowl champion. I think he went 1-1. New Orleans and New York. Yeah, there you go. 2-time Super Bowl champ, Jeremy Shockey.
Hall of Famer?
He spent probably Hall of Very Good.
Yeah.
Shockey's receiving numbers over the course of a 10-year career. He didn't play long enough to compile those numbers, right? 6,100 yards, 37 touchdowns, 547 receptions. No, he's not a Hall of Famer. Won't get there. Hall of Very Good. Hall of, like, remember that guy? But that dude spent, 6 years in New York being a very good tight end.
What was give me his year-by-year numbers under Sean Payton generally speaking, compared to what he did in New York?
In 12 games in 2008, he had 483 yards. In 13 games in 2009, he had 570 yards and 3 touchdowns. 13 games in 2010, 408 yards and 3 touchdowns. And in his final year, when he moved on to Carolina, was still solid. 15 games, 455 yards, 4 touchdowns.
So he never really had any of these seasons comparable to Evan Engram. But the position has become so much more of a pass-catching position than it was. Because Evan Ingram's, his highest season, how many catches did he have in his He was hovering near 100.
Engram or Shockey?
Engram.
His best career season was 2023, 114 receptions, nearly 1,000 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
And Shockey never even come close to that.
No, under Sean Payton? No.
In his career.
In his career, Shockey's best years were his rookie season in 2002 when he was a first-team All-Pro, second offensive rookie of the year. He had 894 yards, 2 touchdowns on 74 receptions.
And how we forget about it, Evan Engram, tight end that was originally drafted where?
It's Giant.
The New York Giants. He was there for 5 seasons.
All right, there's a little bit of a crossover there. I don't know if you can fully make the argument that Shockey got better as a Saint, but you can make the argument that his career was elongated by Sean Payton. Now, at age 28, did Shockey have more in the tank than Evan Engram does going into his age 30, 31 season? Evan Engram actually turned 31 yesterday.
Not based off of what I saw at training camp. I saw Evan Engram look young.
Okay.
Look spry. You know what's different about Jeremy Shockey and Evan Engram? Jeremy Shockey was a ball of muscle and mass. And that ends up wearing out your joints,
10-year
your
career.
ligaments. When I watch Evan Engram at training camp, I don't see anybody who looks like he's near the end. In fact, I think he takes such incredibly good care of his body, and he's compact. He's not huge. I mean, he's listed at 240 pounds. We've seen him. 6'3", 240 is the listed height and weight. And I look a little bit closer to 229, 232. Compared to Jeremy Shockey, that was just an absolute wildebeest.
Obviously, we're very far ahead of our skis here with Engram, but if you're looking at like even 2 seasons of 100 catches and let's call it, 700 yards. 100 catches, 700 yards, which would be, for a guy who you really want yak from, wouldn't be awesome. But you're looking at 6,300 yards or so in a career. You would be looking at around 700 receptions, which would put you just behind Jimmy Graham, who finished his career with 719 receptions, 89 touchdowns, and 8,500 yards. In terms of like total yardage by a tight end, and I'm just saying 2 years of 100 catches and 700-ish yards, you would be in Jeremy Shockey territory, Kellen Winslow territory, Heath Miller territory. Yeah, right. It's Hall of very good tight end. You would have to have 3 years of elite 100 reception, 800 plus yard, and
a Super Bowl win.
And you have to win a Super Bowl.
And you are a central part of that. Who's going to be a bigger part of the Broncos passing offense in 2025? Evan Engram or one of the 3 aforementioned? Cortland Sutton's going to be he's number 1.
Take him out of the equation. That's fine.
He's out. Is Evan Engram going to be more of a central figure than either one of Troy Franklin, Pat Bryant, Marvin Mims Jr.?
If Denver wants to win the AFC West, he better be.
So he should be number 2. I agree.
When's the last time the Broncos were dangerous?
When they had a tight end.
When they had a tight end. And even it was a dude at the end of his career. Owen Daniels was a freak.
And even before that.
Julius Thomas was amazing. That's the last time you were dangerous in the division.
Let's talk about who's won Super Bowls in the last few years. Did they have a tight end? Talk about Philly. They have a tight end? I would say yes. Dallas Goedert. That guy's a dude. Travis Kelce, arguably one of the best to maybe ever play the position.
Who's in Washington? Zach Ertz?
Zach
Is he
Ertz,
still playing?
Renaissance.
All right, Zach Ertz in Washington. Dalton Kincaid in Buffalo feels like he's got a lot more to give.
It's pretty good, though.
Coming out with Utah, Kincaid?
Yeah, Utah guy.
But he's not at the level that Kelce at his height.
He's not a Kelce guy.
He's not Kelce. He's not Greg Olsen
I think
back
Dallas
when he was in
Goedert's
Carolina.
A dude, man. I love that player.
He's an X factor. He is the X factor on this team, man. I don't know. If Evan Engram turns in multiple 100 reception and 700 to 900 yard seasons, he could be the great Sean Payton test case of all time.
As everybody rears and readies tonight for at least our Altitude Sports Radio fantasy draft.
Oh, yeah.
ESPN's PPR tight end rankings.
Forgot about it. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah,
I would have
9
auto-drafted
9
that.
o'clock.
9 o'clock?
It's great. Works perfectly for me. Number 1, Brock Bowers. Number 2, Trey McBride. Number 3, George Kittle. Number 4, Sam Laporta. Number 5, TJ Hawkinson of the Vikings. 6, Kelsey. 7, Njoku. And your Denver Bronco tight end is in the mix, baby. Number 8, Evan Engram. So go ahead and draft him on your fantasy team. And I want to see him get into the top 3 by season's end.